Hello and welcome to Commodity Champions. I'm Manisha Gupta, and the gold's relentless rally continues with the precious metals hitting an all-time high every day in this week, buoyed by the increased liquidity from central banks the world over and the rising COVID-19 cases. The yellow metals surged 1,000 rupees in 2 days in the Indian markets. Meanwhile, in the global markets, gold continued its record-breaking rally on a weak US dollar and simmering US and China tensions. Joining me now to take this discussion forward are Sunil Katke, Head of Commodities and Currencies at Axis Securities. Ravindra Rao is Vice President and Head of Commodities Research at Kotak Securities. And I also have with us Tapan Patel, who is joining us from HDFC Securities. Guys, thank you so much for joining us today. And what a week it has been. We've seen all-time highs in gold, all-time highs in silver. And if you look at the last 3 months itself, we are up by 30,000 rupees in case of silver, 45% of gains in last 3 weeks, and gold prices as well. After that $2,000 per ounce mark was broken, there is no looking back. First of all, Sunil, to you, what is your sense on the gold prices? We've done 56,000 rupees per 10 grams. We've done $2,080 per ounce on the higher side. What kind of gains are we looking for from here?
Good evening, Manisha ji. In fact, the rally looks to be, continuing as we move ahead because the fundamental factors that we are seeing are still supporting the prices. We have seen already 44% increment in gold year on year, if I say YTD, which is a phenomenal number. And the kind of liquidity we are seeing being pumped in by major economies is actually devaluing the currencies, and that has actually taken the dollar to the couple of years lowest figure. And if we see, even the ETF front buying is still continuing, which is a very positive sign from a retail or HNI investor perspective, because that sentiment is still positive, and a lot of people were still asking whether the prices are too high, whether we should initiate a sell. But I believe most of the institutions, bigger institutions, by the year end are actually targeting $2,300 market COMEX. And if we actually convert that, possibly we'll see rupee term figure close to almost 59,000 to 60,000 rupees in Indian market for 10 grams. So I think most of the things revolve around corona here. It totally depends on how the countries are working to come out with a vaccine. The sooner they come out with a vaccine, we may see a sharp decline for a short-term period. But with the current scenario, I think everyone knows that the vaccine is at least 6 months away from what we are sitting here today. So at least for the 6 months, we can see the rally continuing. In between, we may see a small correction here and there, but the rally seems to be, picking up. Each of the investors are planning to buy on dips. So I believe the prices may stabilize by Deepavali close to 58,000 rupees, and maybe by the year end, if the situation doesn't improve, we may also see a figure of close to 60,000 rupees in gold.
All right, so the games will just about continue. Ravindra, the same question to you, but with a slight twist. So are you also not expecting a correction from here, and would you also say that buying on dips is still a strategy to go on with?
Good evening, Manisha. Yes, of course, because we are seeing a structural bull market in gold and silver both. Everybody are talking about whether we'll get a correction, but I think the rally has just started. If you look at gold after breaching that 1980-2000 mark, which was the 2011 highs, it is surprisingly sustaining at those levels, and that is a clear indication of a structural bull market. And if you look at, I would want to highlight 2 points here. One is the gold cycle. If you look at the gold cycle from 1996 to 2003, 2004, it was a 9-year consolidation cycle, and then a breakout from $430 to $1,920, which was a 6-year bull run. After 2011 to 2020, it was again a 9-year consolidation cycle, and this year it has come out of that consolidation and it has given a monthly breakout. So this is something which has to be looked at, and people are talking about correction, that it has given a sharp rally, so it should fall. I think say a $50-60 correction is a possibility, but that is actually healthy for a structural bull market. So I think every dip is a buy in case of gold. The second point I would want to highlight is the real interest rates. Now the nominal rate is close to 0.50 and the real interest rate is close to say minus 1%. And expectation is that the Fed might allow the inflation to go to 2%. And the rumors are that it might go to 4% as well. And if it goes to 4%, just imagine what will be the real rate. Real rate will be minus 3.5%. And gold is at $2,050 odd at minus 1%. Then just imagine if it goes to minus 3.5%, what will be the upside? So I feel this is a structural bull market. This rally is to stay here for next, at least to be on the conservative side, I think 2 to 3 years. And I'm expecting a sharp up move in gold prices. Some correction might be there, but my advice to the investors would be don't time the market, go for a systematic buying. Every dip, I think you should start accumulating. And we don't know, this rally might go to 65-70,000 also till Diwali, the way it is going up. And that is a bit optimistic, but I think 60-62,000 is on the cards. And this rally is here to stay now.
All right, so there's more and more bullish views coming in case of the gold prices. And Tapan, even as I come to you, we have a Twitter query as well coming in for the guests here. This one is from Debarshi Sarkar, and he asks on how does one determine when to exit gold ETFs or book profit. He also wants to know if there are any hints that the global markets could also be providing with respect to exiting ETFs there. Clearly, much of this rally is coming in because there is a lot of investment buying coming in, and there is a lot of holding increasing in case of ETFs in the global markets and the Indian markets. So are we getting any hints at all? Should we be looking at the international markets for that?
Yeah, good evening, Manisha ji. If we talk about the gold market trend, if we consider the scenario of rally from 2008 to 2011, the gold started rally suddenly once the Fed decided to hold interest rate near zero levels, and prices rallied around 188% absolute in absolute terms from the 2008 lows. Same scenario we are expecting here at the end of 2019 when Fed decided to hold interest rates near zero levels. Gold prices started rally, and suddenly they are trading around 62% up from the 2019 lows. So these indications are clearly to watch out for the investors who want to hold positions and want to exit to know the when to exit after the rally. So in 2011, when the signal that they will increase interest rate in coming months, gold started declining and profit booking started from the all ETF investors and central banks. The same scenario will happen in after current rally also, maybe after 2 to 3 years, because I'm expecting this rally to continue over the 2 to 3 years. And so when central banks start signals that they will start increasing the key interest rates, we can expect that this is the end of the rally and one should start profit booking. So one should look for the signals. Another factor one should consider is the technical parameters. So if you are aware of any technical studies like RSI, and then one should look for the overall signals and negative divergence. But I think the simple solution to look out for the exit signal is hit the stop loss. So for current rally, we can expect the stop loss near 1900 to 1870 range for the medium term level.
Point taken. So watch out for the technicals, watch out also on what the US Fed does, and yes, the ETF holdings, until the time there's no redemption there, we are expecting the prices to hold on there. We also have yet another Twitter query coming in, and this is a Twitter user, Varun K. Shokin. He wants to know when gold and silver will revert to previous price levels of around 60,000 for silver, 46,000 for gold. Sunil, do you see these prices come back now? And if yes, when?
Okay, actually 50,000 rupees for silver is possible because we are currently trading around 55,750 kind of levels in gold, and silver is quoting around 76,000 mark now. So 60,000 for silver is still a possibility because it is just a 15,000 rupees correction. We have seen silver prices, jumping from 40,000 level per kg to close to 80,000 rupees a kg in no time at all. So a correction of 5 to 6,000 rupees in gold is not out of question, with 1 or 2 positive news coming in from the US or something on the vaccine front. Obviously 50,000 is still on the cards for gold, but expecting gold prices to go back to 40,000 or 42,000 in the current scenario looks to be a bit too much of an expectation. If you want to enter gold, 40,000 rupees is what you are waiting. If at all you're waiting for 40,000 rupees level, I think it'll be a difficult time ahead. I mean, you may not see that price coming in, but if you want to get into the rally of gold, possibly 50,000 rupees should be your benchmark. We can enter as an investor, and you can possibly target 58-60,000 rupees mark there. From silver's perspective, if you want to become a long-term investor, you want to you want to keep yourself invested in silver, then possibly 68,000 or 65,000 rupees is a possibility. In the short term, 70,000 also is not a bad deal if you want to buy. So if you are expecting the prices to come back to a big, previous levels, I think the current situation doesn't support. None of the fundamentals actually support the commodity prices like gold and silver to go back to their normals, because the fundamentals have totally changed what we have seen 6 months back. The things have totally turned around for gold and silver, and that's the reason why we have seen such huge rallies in both the commodities. And most of the experts are kind of giving even bigger numbers for both gold and silver.
All right, so the corrections may happen, but not to the kind of level that you perhaps are expecting. We also have yet another query, and we'll try to take them as much as we can. Bhushan Sharad has tweeted to us with a query. He asks if the rally in gold and silver will sustain till Diwali. Ravindra, why don't you take this one? And clearly, I am assuming the answer is going to be yes.
You're right, Manisha. I think, as I mentioned, that I'm expecting this bull run and gold and silver to at least conservatively to go till 2 to 3 years. So I think till Diwali, I'm expecting this rally will continue. Because as I mentioned, there are multiple factors. One is, as Sunil mentioned, the virus cases, and it is not going to get better in at least next 6 to 7 months. Other than that, US dollar is on a collapse, and US dollar looks like it might, the dollar index looks like it might come to 89, 88 odd levels. And the huge stimulus that the entire global economy is pushing in, and I think that is going to create kind of a stagflation in US, a combination of slow economic growth and inflation, and that is very much positive for gold. And silver, basically, silver is like a comeback kid, and this we have seen in 2008 also, when silver fell to $9 and then it rocketed to $48. And we are sitting at around $28 in silver, and in MCX we have already seen the prices going to 76, which was 76,000, which was 2011 highs. So just imagine if it goes to 35 or say $40, which still will not be the all-time highs. And just imagine where silver prices will be. It will, in fact, it will cross the important level of 1 lakh. So I think this rally is here to stay, and at least till Diwali, if you are talking about, then yes, till Diwali, both gold and silver might perform. The only thing is we need to see that a healthy correction should be used as a buying opportunity rather than buying at high levels and then if it corrects, because the corrections can be a little bigger, because we have seen silver jumping by 4,000, 3,000 points every day. So there can be a correction of what happened when it went to 70 and then it came down to 62,000. So similar way, it can go to 70, half or 1,000, and then from there it might again move up. So I think wait for a dip and then get in again in gold and silver.
All right, well, we have some more queries coming in on the Twitter, but let's take a very short break. When we come back, we'll take all of those from our guests here. Welcome back. You're watching Commodity Champions, and precious metals clearly have been the flavor this week. So now we turn our attention to silver, soaring sky high on safe haven demand, and we also have seen the industrial demand support the silver prices. The silver hit all-time highs of above rupees 78,000 per kg in the Indian markets. It rallied globally as well as to 7-year highs. The global ETF holdings are holding at a record highs. Lower production levels also help prop up the prices, with output from silver mines in danger of falling to the lowest level since 2009. Our guests are with us, and we also have some queries coming in for silver as well at this point. Janak Thakkar wants to know if it's time to sell silver or if he should wait for the prices to rise from here as well. So clearly he's an investor, he's holding silver. Tapan, what would your advice be to Janak?
My advice for Janak is that the party is just starting and you should hold your investments if you're holding any position in silver. We can expect this rally to continue over the 1 to 2 years. Price will just given breakout about $26 and we can expect $35 in medium term by Diwali maybe, because momentum is still strong. Any correction should be considered as buying opportunity in silver. About 35 expect $48 to $50, which is the previous high, and the prices should touch those levels in next 2 to 3 years. In MCX levels, we can expect 90,000 levels in medium term. Above that, we can expect more like 20,000, which these levels are quite exaggerated, but I will take to more conservative targets of 90,000, which is possible over the medium to longer term. So my advice to generally hold your positions, don't hurry for the profit.
All right, those are your conservative levels. So clearly we are looking at gold and silver prices running much higher from here. I again want to take a query here, and Mayank Sharma has tweeted to us with a query on silver. He also wants to know if it's time to sell the precious metals or wait now. What is your sense, Ravindra? Because I'm assuming a lot of people who would have bought into gold and silver, especially silver, they would be sitting on hefty profits right now. They would want to take some money off the table, thinking that if there is a correction, they may want to buy it yet again. Is it the right time to take that correction, or should they just about hold on?
Well, I think, Manisha, they should hold on, and a lot of people like who had bought silver during the 2011 rally, and most of them have entered at around 75,000, because at that time also people were talking about it might go to 1 lakh, and people have held. And now people are worried that it has again come to those levels, so should we exit from the silver position? But as I mentioned, we need to look at the silver value in international markets and in Indian markets. Now, Indian markets have tested the all-time highs, but in international market, it is still 50%, I would say around 45% lower than what it was in 2011. So in international market, there is a huge room to go to further upside, and immediately I'm expecting like it might dip to 26.20, 26.50 on the comics, but from there it might go to $35 initially, and above that it might go further higher. So I think even if it goes to $35 or $36, that will convert to somewhere around 88 to 90,000 in the Indian terms. So I feel at least 90,000 is what I'm looking at. So one can conservatively book profits at those levels. And again, as I mentioned, it is a structural bull market. So every dip after that should be again used for entering into. Book some profits. I would always recommend book some profits, because you never know. Silver is a very dynamic commodity. But looking at the overall scenario, I think there is still a lot of steam left in silver, and one can hold on to it, book somewhere near 90,000 odd, and then again if it gives a correction, enter again.
We keep comparing silver to 2011, and that time as well we had seen prices run quite quickly and the profit taking come also quite quick, but clearly 2020 is a very different scenario with the kind of uncertainty, COVID, stimulus measures, low interest rates. The belief is that this rally may just about have more legs from here on. But we have one more query, and this one is from a Twitter handle, Panky Pori. He wants to know if the best procedure to sell physical gold to get the true value of the investment. This is an interesting one, and Sunil, why don't you take this? Because while of course investment holdings, people may want to get out of them, this would be in sense of ETFs and funds and in the futures market as well, but people who are holding physical gold, they may also want to cash it out, get that money in. So clearly when you sell physical gold into the markets, there is a deterioration, there is also the making charges, there also is a 2 to 3% or even 7% at some times that you lose as in sense of gold prices. What would you say should be the best practice to sell physical gold?
In fact, I think instead of selling it in the local market, if it is, again, it totally depends on in which form the silver is or gold, the customer is holding. If it is in a dematted form, obviously you can give, delivery on exchange, like multi-commodity exchange. We see tons of delivery happening on a year-on-year basis. So there you do not have that depreciation in, charges and other things, impurities and other things. But if you have, a household gold, then obviously you can go to a registered, a recognized seller where they actually do not deduct much of the valuation. The valuation will be much more higher if you go to a registered seller or a big retailer. If you go and sell, that point of time you will not have that much depreciation. Even the smaller retailers may actually give you good price if you know them well. But otherwise, I would only suggest you should go to a recognized reseller. People who do not have the exposure across the country. I think they only operate in a small area. If you go there and sell, obviously you will have a depreciation of almost 10 to 15% on the value. If you go to a big showroom, obviously you will get a better pricing there. The deduction will be not as high as it is in a local jeweler. So if you have household gold, obviously you can go and sell it in a recognized showroom. If you ask me my perception whether you should sell gold physically right now, I would say every analyst is bullish on gold. If you are not in a hurry to liquidate your gold holding and receive funds, I think you should hold upon for maybe a couple of more months, because we are actually anticipating the prices to deliver better returns. So you can hold upon, if you can, maybe for another couple of months time, then possibly you'll derive good returns on the physical gold that you'll be selling in a good institution.
Oh, that's a sane advice, and of course you'll have to take a look at the purity, the making charges, the depreciation, all of that would come into account as well. We have time for just one more query now, and this one is from Namra Patel, who wants to know if $2,100 per ounce of gold would become the new normal in case of gold market. He also wants to ask experts on what they expect on the sense of gold prices would be by the Diwali time. Why don't you take this, Ravindra, and is 2,100 going to be a new normal for gold?
Well, yes, Manisha, I think I would say 2,100 has not yet come, so I would say 2,000 would become the new norm. And once it reaches 2,100, I think then it will be difficult for gold to come below 2,000. That will become the base. And like we have seen 1920 being the 2011 highs, and the cycle that I have spoken about, I think 1920, 1950 would be the strong base level. And 2000 would be 2000, 2100 would be the norm. And what was the next question that you asked?
And where do you see the gold prices by Diwali?
By Diwali, as I mentioned, I think on the conservative side, it will be somewhere around 62,000. And to be slightly aggressive, it might go beyond the 65 to 68,000.
All right, so 60,000 rupees per 10 grams for the gold prices from current 56,000 rupees is what perhaps could be a level you could watch out until Diwali, is the view coming in from our experts. Thank you, viewers, for sending us those questions, and thank you so much, Sunil, Ravindra and Tapan, for joining us, answering that and giving us your views as well on gold and silver prices, on where you can expect them to be by the end of this year. But with that, it's a wrap up on this edition of Commodity Champions. Thank you for watching.